I'm very happy that we are a part of the crew here with Armand, and this is for, obviously, this is for Christy, and we'd like to thank him for what he did for us, this amazing film, which somehow it makes our lives and influences it in many, many ways, each of us. So, Armand.
Thank you. I couldn't attend the screening. I couldn't attend the screening because my union, as many of you may know, is on strike. So we're not allowed to attend or do any promotion. But I do, as service to the memorial for Christy Nemenscu, who would have gone on certainly to be, I believe, one of the world's great directors demonstrated by this film. And I will tell you that this film had a tremendous impact on everyone's life who was involved. And we learned on the day that it was, this film won 21 international film festivals all over the world. And the night that it played in Cannes, it received a 7-minute standing ovation. And it was hard to bear considering that Christy was not with us. But he was an extraordinary person, very young person. And what I've always said is he had the ability to show one characteristic of a character that represented the downfall of society from that one characteristic. And I think that was a very special and unique talent that I rarely have seen since. But thank you.
Let's go together, Lizzie and Barbu.
Sorry, I will speak in Romania. My English is not so good.
I can translate right.
Nu știu ce aș putea să vă spun. E cu siguranță cel mai important film al meu. Practic îl consider un debut. Mă bucur foarte mult că a venit și Barbu. Am semnat împreună imaginea. Între timp el a devenit un mare operator. Nu știu ce să vă spun. Poate dacă vreți să ne întrebați ceva, pur și simplu.
Speak in English. Like every time I'm seeing this film, I'm overwhelmed. It's like happened yesterday, even though we count 17 years since the movie has been shot, and since Nemescu is with us in a, I don't know, every day in a different way. And 16 years since the movie was premiered and awarded in Cannes. And I think this film and everything that this film represents stays with us every single day. It shaped us, as Andrei said. It made us, I don't know, understanding the world and how we see the films and how we live our lives and everything beyond. It did shape it in a very, I don't know, amazing way, and we can only thanks to Christina Mescu. And I'm really grateful that every single person that worked in that film matters today in our film industry, in their own field of work, and that's it. I don't know. And it's not finished yet.
I'm too shy to speak, but I just want to tell you that every time I see this movie, I discover new subtleties, and it's like old wine. It gets better and better for me as I see it again. And I realized, seeing it, that when I did the costumes of that movie, I had this problem of communication with Cristi. I was too shy to talk to him, and Bibi was the translator. And somehow Cristi was very shy, and I felt blocked. Now, when I see myself, when I looked at the movie again, I realized I was like Monica, not being able to communicate with that guy, and I discovered one of my challenges, and I'm emotional. And thank you for watching it with us again. Thank you I'm grateful to be a part of that team.
Let's talk a little bit with Tudor, because I think that's how the story started with Tudor Voican and Românesc worked for a couple of years before that. They worked together on many films and on the short films, and they developed the story before it came to all of us. So I think it's time for Tudor to say some words about what that meant to him.
Good night. Thank you for inviting us tonight. I don't know what to say. Students are still asking about, are still watching and are asking about Cristi's movies. I'm sorry, but the movie is still fresh after 17 years, so it will never get old, and neither will Marilena or Povestea la scara C or Mihai and Cristina. I wouldn't expect to see so many people tonight for this screening, and just thank you for being here with us and remembering Cristi forever young. Thank you.
I want to tell you a little story. Maybe you did not know about that. I'm sure you did know. Armand for sure did not knew that. We've been to meet first Armand in Bulgaria. You were in Varna shooting a film about Nietzsche, and I came with a car with Cristi to meet you, right? So obviously. I know that Cristi always looked like a kid, although he was very bright and intelligent and smart and very mature. But I recall that when we passed the frontier, right, we fall asleep, myself and Cristi, so they did not check our papers. And when I wake up, I said, look, we could have guns in our car. And Cristi said, we could be other people, not us. And then we met Armand, and he was gracious enough to say yes to our movie, because the fact that he accepted it was at that time was very difficult to make such film. Was a very ambitious project, and for a first-time director, and if you recall, those times was very difficult to actually raise money for a movie. We were lucky, myself and Juliana, because we were working for a company which could get the necessary resources. Still, Cristi, as he was at first movie, it was difficult. But we were lucky with Armand, because he said yes, so he made this film to happen to all of us. So, if there is any questions, we're happy to answer. Yes.
Taking the privilege of staying in the first row, I want to ask Armand, you were already an acclaimed international movie star, and Cristian Nemescu was, though he was incredibly young and incredibly intelligent, brilliant movie director. How did you feel being directed by such a young person, you who were already a star now by everyone.
I've told this story many times, but I was having a very difficult day one day on the set, and I said to Christy, you know, I really feel no connection that I'm making with these actors, zero. It was just the nature of the scene. I was in front of a lot of men, and so I have no connection, and I think maybe I should go home. And he said, no, no, no. He said, just be lost. And I thought, what do you mean be lost? I feel lost now. I'm feeling more than lost. And I said, no, 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 be lost. And I went away for about 30 minutes, and I thought about that. And what he was saying to me as an actor, as well as the commander of this unit, was that even commanders and people of great strategy, generals of armies, have moments when they are literally lost. They do not have a strategy. Nor maybe even you as an actor right now have no strategy. And I thought that was one of the most brilliant pieces of direction I've ever received, because very few of us have the courage to stay in that state of being lost, of understanding that we do not have the answers. And the more I think about how society is regressing, it's because our leaders do not have the courage to be lost. So that's the immensity of the effect that Christy had on me. He was, I wouldn't say even intuitive as much as almost magical. He was a very magical human being.
I think it's important for some of you to know. Obviously, these films happens because of them and because of this amazing crew. But I have to tell you that the force behind all this was Livio, who was pushing Christian. He believed in him, and he was Livio who came to me first. I was young and stupid at that time. Now I'm old and stupid. But it was I always, when I read the script and I met them, I always believed it's an immense privilege to me to work on this movie. And to be fair, we had an amazing time. And I have to apologize now, after so many years, to Barbu, because I almost fired him, you know, for shooting, for what I consider it was too shaky camera work. But look, he became now, you know, a greater director of photography than his master, Livio. We all know that. He has a lot of great movies under his belt, and as Juliana said, all of many members of the crew, they really did amazing work in the last year. And my colleague Juliana as well, who's I think one of the greatest, if not the greatest producer in this country, and somehow a lot of things happens because of this movie and because of the loss that this movie and the disappearance of Christy. So.